Hello everyone. We hope you're having a fantastic day today. Last Sunday, we watched the latest episode of Yellowstone Season 5, Part 1, only to discover that it will take months for Part 2 to be released. It was a shock for most of us, as we were used to getting Yellowstone in a single part as being released throughout the winter months. Now, we're expected to wait up until the summer, which is outrageous, especially after such a Part 1 final. It seems clear that Taylor Sheridan loves following the latest trends in the TV sector, and today's trendsetter is no other than Netflix, which recently decided to release every single hit show's new season in 2 parts on the platform. When it's Netflix, we believe such a decision is acceptable since the platform usually releases all the new episodes in one sitting, meaning that we get to binge watch them all. So it doesn't feel too troubling to wait for the second part, knowing that it will also come in a package of multiple episodes, allowing us to binge watch it overnight. This is the deal we make with Netflix, and we enjoy the trade-off. When it comes to Yellowstone though, things are entirely different. We were already getting 1 episode each week for each Yellowstone season, so it was never enough to consume, never enough to satisfy us in terms of content. Therefore, cutting it into 2 parts has become more annoying than ever. In terms of marketings though, we salute both Netflix and Sheridan, as they know their business. Releasing a season in 2 parts means that they can occupy the majority of the year with their shows and increase anticipation on part of the audience. That being said, we were just getting used to having Yellowstone Season 5. So we're not sure how we will respond to Part 2 of the season, as we will be forgetting many things by then. If you are like us, and usually forget the series unless you are binging it, then you click the right video. Are you ready to go over Part 1's events, and be prepared for what to expect from Part 2? Well then, let's dive in. In Part 1, at Yellowstone Season 5, things were quite unusual for a regular Yellowstone season. First of all, John Dutton was a politician now, making Beth also a de facto politician. Since the family was forced to act together for political gains, they had to spend more time with Jamie than ever. So the animosity between Jamie and Beth was basically on the surface, as they were attacking one another with each sentence. Well, truth be told, Beth was the one who was attacking for the most part. Also, Jamie started a romance with the new market equities executive, Sarah. Casey and Monica lost a baby, which brought them closer to John and the Yellowstone ranch. John started an affair with Summer, and Summer became friends with Beth. Rip, on the other hand, didn't have many parts in any of the things that have been going on in this series. The younger Rip, the one in the flashbacks though, has told us a lot about the past of the ranch, how he became a part of it, and how he and John built a horror empire on the ranch. As you can see, things were a lot more complicated than during a regular Yellowstone season. Then the Part 1 final, Episode 8 got released last week, and it clarified everything once and for all. In Episode 8, we watched Jamie and Sarah finally taking the stage as Jamie called on the Senate to impeach Governor John Dutton. Why? Well, basically because he harmed the state's tourism by ruining the deals with the market equities. The interesting thing is the fact that the Senate found Jamie's call reasonable, and now they will truly start an investigation with the intention of impeaching John. Of course, when Beth learned about it, she immediately ran into Jamie's house and attacked him. First, we felt like this will be yet another one of Beth insulting Jamie's scene, which we got sick of at this point. Thankfully, Sheridan surprised us by providing some leverage to Jamie, revealing that Jamie buried his father in Dutton's usual burial area, where their enemies lay. This was a shock to Beth, as she never knew about the true business of her family. Rip was the one who was responsible for many of these crimes, and she had no idea about it. Jamie, on the other hand, was smart enough to bury his father there, guaranteeing that if he is going down, the rest of the family will go down as well. In the end, both Jamie and Beth realized one thing: the only way to get out of this business is for one of them to die. In other words, they started a plot against one another with the intention of killing. Now, Jamie consulted Sarah on the subject as he knew Beth was going to kill him if he wouldn't do anything. Sarah, being a true femme figure, stated that she knows some people and will help him for sure. This means that they will work with professionals and will not leave this up to chance.